Alcohol, the silent killer. When I first started drinking, I never saw what the future held. I should have listened to seeing my grandmother's sister die of cirrhosis, see my dad destroy his life with the bottle. As a child, just watching him drink away. I always said I never wanted to be that person. Never did I think when I was 24, 25, going out to the clubs, into the bars, drinking and having fun, what this insidious, wide prescribed opiate of the masses, alcohol, would take from me, what it would lead me to doing. If I could go back, I would never have ever took that first drink, because before I started drinking, I didn't know anything about, the highs of drinking. And that only lasted for so many years until it started becoming depressing and sad. I was focused on my mission, my goals, my dreams, my health. And when I did go through hard times, I had so many other positive outlets. But eventually, when you start being weakened by this drug that alcohol is, you start short-circuiting and choosing this substance, this liquid, this poison, to be your new choice to deal with everything that you're coping with. And slowly but surely over the last 10 years, because that's when I really started drinking 10 years ago, it takes a lot of things from you, and then you add that with other drugs like cocaine or ecstasy or whatever people do, and then it's even worse. But the culprit was always alcohol. Nothing ever good really happens after those first couple drinks. DUIs, arrests, people dying, seeing someone that I cared about in my treatment center, who was my father's age, dying of liver cirrhosis and needing a transplant, and him looking me in the eyes and telling me that there was a devil in that fucking bottle, and seeing how scared he was. If that wasn't a sign from God, I don't know what is. Luckily, he's still alive. He got a transplant. How many signs did I need to see to know what this fucking poison did? I seen it take my dad from being one of the most talented drummers in the Pacific Northwest on the West Coast to him becoming controlled by it, not being able to provide for his family, and pretty much being homeless, in and out of jail, surviving off Social Security checks and spending it all on drugs and alcohol and ruining every relationship he's ever had. I've seen that. I've seen my auntie, who I loved and cared about, overdose and let pills take her out, and my grandmother's sister as well. Slowly but surely erode everything that was good in her life till she died alone in her apartment from liver cirrhosis. This drug, alcohol, is not what America makes it seem. Makes it seem like it's so fun, that it's a great time. For some people it can be, but no matter whether you're an addict with a bunch of trauma, even if you're just drinking and you're a normal person, a lot of bad things happen to people. People get in cars, they get in wrecks, they ruin their lives, they have manslaughter charges, they cheat, they fight. They do despicable things under the influence of this insidious, poisonous drug. And oftentimes when we want to stop, we realize that it's too fucking late. I thank God that he made me a very insightful person, because I've known this the whole time and I've constantly been fighting it. And I've had really long stretches of sobriety, of recovery, and I've fallen off too. But I'm not someone who is playing the victim. Not poor me. I understand the battle that I have, and I'm facing it head on. And I'm grateful that I haven't really done anything to myself that debilitated my life yet. And I just want to share this message just to remind anybody who thinks alcohol is a great time, that over time you will see its true nature. Even people who drink it who seem to be functional, I've seen what it does to friends and family, people who are quote unquote functional. And knowing if these people were not on this poison liquid, how much more fulfilling their lives would be, how much more successful they would be. I know for a fact, if I never picked up that drink right now, I would be in a totally different place in my life. You know? But at the same time, if I didn't go through that addiction, I wouldn't be able to make videos or understand what other people are going through or make some of the music I made. So at the same time, there was beauty in the struggle and in the addiction. Life always changes. A year ago, I was in a sober living house praying that I could be where I was at now, except for I lost my job, and now I'm in a bit of a struggle. And it's all because I relapsed on drinking. I have not been drinking lately. This was like 2 months ago. Because going through that recent pain I just went through, once again, I was reminded of how dangerous that this drink is. And it'll take and take from you until there's nothing left. And so that's just what I wanted to say about this today. Because if you're struggling with a drinking problem, you've got to do something about it right now, because it'll just keep causing damage and damage, and to the point where you're knocked out on that canvas and you don't know if you can get the fuck back up. I'm not here to tell you how to fix your problem, but I'm telling you, you got to find a way. You're smart enough, you're wise enough, you can figure this out. For me, I usually have to suffer enough pain to finally change. In this last blow of losing my career, potentially, that was it for me. All because I decided to drink again and missed too much work and got fired. It caused me to go into a state of depression for weeks, not being able to wake up, get out of my bed, eat. But slowly but surely, I built myself back up, took responsibility for my choices, and it's onward and upward. But I know if I don't ever pick up that bottle ever again, then my life will be amazing. There'll still be hard times, there'll still be struggles, but it's going to be so much better than if I continue to use that poison to cope.